before I start this. It's the keyword accountability. So I intended on filming today. It's currently 1 p.m. and I'm still in bed. So we're gonna get up and we're going to start our day. Late. This is the real version. No bullshitting. I'm not gonna bullshit you. Hey. Alright, so the cleanup process only took me 30 minutes. It's currently 1:41 right now. So we're gonna head to the gym, we're gonna get something to eat, and I'll run you through my process even more. We just gotta move on to other things because we're running out of time in the day and we have to knock things out. At least an hour workout. So we're gonna get right into that. I'll say one thing that popped up in my mind as I was driving was that holding yourself accountable for whatever you do, right? If you set a schedule and time for yourself, you have to do it, If you know you have to get a task done in the day, you have to do it. And it sounds so simple, but as people, we want to focus on the little voice in the back of our head, As people, we struggle with temptation, we struggle with desires, and one of the desires could be, I don't want to do anything, You can truthfully want a desire to not do anything, right? But what do you gain from that, The days end up being the same. You end up feeling worse about yourself, and you're never really on a path for yourself. It's good to take breaks, but it's one of those things where it's just like, what are you taking the break for? What is the reason? What's the purpose? We need to create purpose for ourselves, We can't just, you can't just allow yourself to just be like, oh, I'll just go through today not really knowing what I'm gonna do and just cross my fingers. It's one of the things you have to create the dream for yourself, whether your dream was given to you, whether you were put on a path by your family, whether you fell in love with something and then you fell off of it and you felt like you're good enough to get past it and that you can get away with it. True discipline, true work ethic comes from holding yourself accountable. That's the main lesson for today I'm taking from this. So I'm gonna head into the gym. We're gonna get this workout done, and it is full today. And we gonna knock out whatever we gotta knock out.
Oh, come on. Hail Mary, your marijuana times is hard. Pray with the hooligan, shadows all in the dark. Fellowship with demons and relatives, I'm a star. Life is one funny motherfucker. A true comedian, you gotta love him. You gotta trust him. I might be bugging. Infomercials and no sleep. Introverted by my thoughts. Should you listen, it gets deep. See, once upon a time inside the niggas and garden projects, the object was the process and digest poverty's dialect. Adaptation inevitable. Gun violence, crack spot, federal policies, rape buildings and drug professionals. Anthony was the oldest of 7, well respected, calm and collected. Laughing and joking made life easier. Hard times, mom on crack. A 4-year-old telling his nanny he needed her. His family history, pimping and banking. He was meant to be dangerous. Clacked him a grip and start slanging. 15 screaming them.
Alright, so just got finished with that workout, and the best part about finishing your task beforehand, and this is why I'm learning how to do better in this aspect is that you come back to a freshly clean room, you know? Bed's already made, workspace is already done, and then we just get to work. That's all we need to do. After I come back from a workout, I just eat. You know, I have rice, chicken, vegetables, eat that, and, you know, kind of just wind down, watch some YouTube, you know, probably look at emails that I have to check and look at, you know. It's one of those things where it's just like, it's decompress time. It's nothing that serious. It's just time for your mind to just nourish yourself and relax a little bit. It's not that deep, but it's that deep, you know? So I'm about to make some pasta right now. I'm gonna show you how I make my pasta, and I will show you the ingredients I use, and you'll just see me run through the process. This is all of what I use to make my pasta. I'll show you how I make it. And this is what you should have: green onions, onion, and these are sweet peppers. And one of the things that I used to do wrong was that I would put the cold oil in before I decided to wait for the pan to heat up. So I always put it on 7 to like 6 on the knob, and I wait for the pan to heat up, then I add the oil in after. And then you can start by adding your vegetables in. But I'll run you down the process and how I do it. Once your pan is nice and hot, you want to add your green onions first. And then you're going to follow up that minute with your onions, and then let the onions cook and caramelize a little bit. Then you're gonna add add your sweet peppers a little bit, like 4 to 5 minutes after you've let these cook. Since this is going to be the sauce for the Alfredo, this is gonna be a part of it. You can add butter if you want, you know. And once you've gotten all your vegetables in there, you know, letting them caramelize and letting them kind of break down and soften, you're gonna want to flour it up with Moscato. This is a substitute for white wine. I'm using this because this is all I have right now, but you'll see what I'm talking about once I add it in. All right, so once your vegetables have softened up, right, spread them out. The Moscato. And you should get more of a citrus smell. Since Moscato is a sweet wine, it's gonna smell a little bit like pineapple. That's why we added the sweet peppers to kind of complement it together. So, and, you know, a little bit. And you kind of saute that even further. Let that cook. Oh! Let that cook. No, let that cook. It looks something like this, you know. And then we're gonna add our condensed sweet milk, and you'll see why that. Since the condensed milk isn't working so well, we're gonna use a little bit of oat milk. You'll see why I'm adding it. It's gonna work out when we're doing it. And you gradually add the milk into the sauteed vegetables and stuff. And then once you're done, you're done letting that boil a little bit, let it get creamy and rich. You're gonna want to follow that up with your Alfredo sauce. And then mix this around. Something like this. Once you've added everything together. Right, and we would go straight to the seasoning. I usually like to have cayenne pepper. You know, and this all depends on how much seasoning you like in your meals, to be honest. And I'm someone who likes having a lot of seasonings in their meals. So, paprika, smoked paprika, black pepper, adobo, and then your Lari seasoning. To it. And you should get a seasoning blend almost like this.
Nothing too crazy. Throw it in there. And mix. And this is what it should look like, to be honest. And all those flavors are coming in together. And we're boiling our water right now. We're gonna boil it so we can add our penne, and you'll see what it'll look like at the end. Also, you wanna add your thyme to it. Add some herbal blend to it. You know, and just gradually mix. You can use the Publix brand, or use whatever cheese you want, and just put it in. One thing, cheese. Can't forget about the cheese. And this is how you make your Alfredo sauce have more taste to it instead of it just tasting regular. You see, you get that thick consistency that you want. That's what we're looking for. Good stuff. And we're gonna let that cook on low because we gotta wait for our pasta to be ready. And of course, you can steam vegetables on the side if you like. If you like vegetables, you can steam vegetables. You can even cut up your vegetables if you want to add that to your mixture. Even cut up chicken if you want that. And it's really just experimenting with whatever works for you and whatever you enjoy. So that's how I go about this process. Since it's penne, we're gonna let it cook for like 8 to 10 minutes. Probably less than that because penne cooks quickly and our sauce is ready. I'm gonna add some steamed vegetables and I'll show you the finished product when we're done with it. It should look like you should get this Alfredo sauce. You see I added vegetables, all that comes together to get this nice, delicious meal that you get whenever. If you try to make this, you will not be disappointed. This is how I got my physique. This is ultimately what I eat. This is like a good side meal and you can pack up a lunch with it. It's really good stuff.
Alright, so I finished at least like 3 bowls of that pasta. But if you enjoy content like this, it really helps if you like, subscribe, leave a comment if anything. And just enjoy this journey along with me trying to better myself and just work on, as I said today, the accountability and discipline that I want for myself. And hopefully this can help someone who's probably watching this. But if you enjoyed today's video, like I said, like, subscribe, and just have a good rest of your day. And thank you for tuning in.